Hello, guys. So it's been crazy what's going on. Nurses all over are upset with the big, beautiful bill. A bunch of crazy headlines like nurses no longer considered professionals. Guys, you do know that the government is not talking about your ability or skill as a person in the workplace. They're not talking about that. They're strictly talking about degree level. Um, so I wanted to just clear up some of the misconception about this bill. If you're a bedside nurse with your ASN or BSN, which is 80% of nurses, um, our degree was never considered a professional degree. Professional degree was always considered to be that on the level of master's or doctoral degrees. So please understand, we're not involved in that category. Certainly, we are healthcare professionals, right? No one can change that. We are healthcare professionals, but they're 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 speaking based on degree level. So if you're a student going to school and looking to become a nurse, don't worry about it. Your loans will not be affected because you're going to school to get a bachelor's degree. So don't worry, this bill doesn't pertain to you. This bill only pertains to that on the level of master's and doctoral degrees. So what is all the rage about? What is all the outrage about? So basically, the government has included just about 10 degrees that they deem professional. Just 10. And there's many degrees out there. So only 10 of them are considered professional, and they will have a lifetime cap of $200,000. The list is here. I can read them out to you. We have medicine, dentist, veterinary, chiropractic, law, optometry, osteopathic medicine, podiatry, pharmacy, theology. So those are the 10 that I have here so far. They're all master's or doctoral degrees. But while I was reading that list, I'm sure you noticed that there was no nurse practitioner in there. There are many different nurse practitioners. CRNAs, they weren't in there. So CRNAs or nurse practitioners, they'll be capped at $100,000 lifetime loan. So yeah, that's what the outrage is about. So the government said they're doing this to help bring cost of school down. So these master's degree and doctoral degree, they're trying to push the schools to bring the cost down. Let's use a family nurse practitioner. So a student with their bachelor's degree is going to acquire a family nurse practitioner degree, a master's degree. They can go to one school and pay $20,000 for that degree, while another school is gonna to get it at a different school, it would cost them $107,000. Isn't that crazy? 20,000 versus $107,000. So that's ridiculous. I feel like it shouldn't be that way. So let's see what happens. I know there's a lot of outrage. Remember, doctors, they didn't get away scotch free in this either. They're capped at $200,000. $200,000 is probably what, just 2 years of med school, if that much. So they don't get away either. They're gonna have to take out private loans or pay it off somehow themselves. So all the people on this list here that I read out that are at a higher cap, $200,000. If their master's or doctoral degree is above that, then they'll have to take out additional loans. So as for me, I'm just gonna just trust the process and see where it leads. I don't get into crazy discussions or follow up, like join the antics of whatever is going on. I do my own research and look into whatever I can. So based on what the Department of Education is saying, that's what they're saying. As for the reason why they did it, so I'm just gonna trust the process and see where it leads. The Department of Education, they have a website with myths and facts. I'll share that in the description so you can go ahead and read it. But again, the majority of nurses, which are 80%, you don't need to worry about this. You have a bachelor's degree, and if you're thinking about going to school for your bachelor's degree, you will be fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's my 2 cents on this. A lot of these headlines are ridiculous. They're definitely just rage baiting, and a lot of people are falling for it. But yeah. All right, guys, take care.